Talk to Me tells the story of Mia and her friends discovering an embalmed hand that has the power of conjuring spirits becoming hooked to their consent vessels. This creates room for fun until one of the friends goes too far and unleashes terrifying repercussions on the group. Rocka Rocka Brothers have it all, shooting to the stars with this directorial debut summarized in ingenious unpredictability. This movie is horrifying in concept and executed splendidly when it comes to horror, but also when it incorporates gore. I love seeing ideas executed without most of the horror tropes out there, especially when a movie takes out predictable jump scares, but it still feels loud and aggressive due to the tension built. In many ways, this movie echoes the approach taken by Hereditary in its storytelling. Just as in Hereditary, there's a pivotal moment in this movie involving Riley that brings to mind the tragic event of Charlie's death and explores how the characters grapple with its repercussions. While I wouldn't necessarily place this film on the same pedestal as Hereditary, it still manages to raise thought-provoking questions and delivers many elements I admire within the genre, particularly the nuances of psychological horror. Story-wise, it's rich in themes surrounding addiction, the perpetual need for external validation, and impulsive decision-making. However, my criticism of this movie lies in its character development. I comprehend Mia's choices. She is driven by a whirlwind of emotions, disregarding those outside her bubble while fervently pursuing something. My problem centers more on the unresolved subplots involving these characters, with some merely fading away without clear closure to their involvement. Visually, from the very beginning, I could tell I was in for a delight. This film opens with a continuous scene, and throughout the movie it employs cinematography that introduces cryptic elements whose significance in the story I have yet to unravel. Moreover, the film's treatment of tone is masterful. The carefully chosen color palette and the pervasive, uncanny feeling these elements evoke worked really well with this story. Even if the characters didn't grab me, the concept itself was enough to keep me talking about this movie for hours. So let's delve into Riley's possession and my initial theory about it. I believe that the spirit inhabiting Riley might indeed be Mia's mother. Bear with me on this. We are lured to believe she committed suicide, which I strongly believe is the case. And we know suicide is considered a mortal sin. With this in mind, I think Mia's mother went to hell, and the mysterious hand symbolizes a direct line to hell itself, especially considering Mia's disturbing visions of the lost souls tormenting Riley. Mia's mother was actually speaking with her when Riley got possessed, and was interrupted by another demon, resulting in his horrifying fate. The same demon Mia got possessed by that demonstrated some sick interest in Riley early in the movie. Once Riley is in the hospital, it becomes evident that every time he regains consciousness, he inflicts harm upon himself. This is not by his own will, but rather the demon's relentless pursuit to claim his soul permanently. It can only fully have it by killing the boy, which can only be done once he is outside his unfortunate state. Mia discovers where Riley's consciousness resides by communicating with a little girl that is nothing but a manifestation similar to the one resembling Mia's death. After this, she is convinced by her mother's spirit that it's better to kill the boy, and going back to suicide being a sin, I believe her mother is telling the truth, and if Riley is killed instead of taking his own life, his soul may be spared from the demons and allowed to ascend to heaven. Or, as we know from the movie, demons lose their strength while possessing someone. The demon inhabiting Riley's body may awaken over time, causing them to abandon him and mimic Mia's mother in a bid to claim Mia's soul instead. In fact, they achieve it when Mia kills herself, and we see her in the afterlife watching Riley recovering and moments later being called by the hand at the end of the movie. Feel confused yet? Oh boy. Again, this might be inaccurate, but in the end, I feel this is the reaction storytellers want us to have to their stories, to continue the narrative beyond once it's done by sharing their interpretations. Have you seen Talk to Me? Let me know in the comments what you think about the movie and what is your interpretation of the whole thing. Also, if you found my channel and you like the content you see, consider subscribing, and we'll talk again very soon. See ya.